Hello and welcome to episode number 4 of our 2.11 Blackstone campaign. Now we're picking up just a little bit after the last episode, and in the last episode, we actually got access to the Blackstone Storyline, and in this storyline, we are trying to create an alliance with the Hutt cartel. Now the Hutts have asked us to have all these planets be under Blackstone control. Now, all these planets are currently under Blackstone control, or Hutt control I should say also, except for Ubrikkia and Obadiah. Now if we take a look up here in the north, Ubrikkia and Obadiah are both currently controlled by neutral factions. Now Obadiah is going to be really easy for us to take because it's currently connected to our Blackstone planets up here near Seleucami, but Ubrikkia is going to be much harder to take because of Kashyyyk being in the way and as well as Nimban being in the way. So I have come up with a good strategy. I think that it is a perfect opportunity for us to use all of these Blackstone heroes that are capable of raiding and raid Ubrikkia. I think that's going to be what we do. So let's go ahead and get Boba Fett, IG-88, and Bosk, ship them over to Ubrikkia. What's nice is the Black Sun actually has a lot of different heroes that are capable of raiding. So we're going to take Uri, we're going to call her Uri. I'm not 100% sure if that's how you pronounce her name. It's spelt Uri, but we also know that Zon Consortium boy over here, Tiber Zon, and his friend is also pronounced Uri Finn. So I think that's how you pronounce it, but her, Prince Caesar, IG-88, Bosk, and Boba Fett are going to be really, really good heroes, but also, in the last episode we were queuing up these Black Sun elite platoons, which also have the ability to raid. So once this other one is fully ready to go, we're going to bring them along for the raid as well. Now, a couple of things about the Blackstone storyline. This is the only mission currently in the game for the Blackstone storyline, and I know that's very disappointing. It's only one mission. However, the reward for the whole storyline is currently out, but the developers have let us know that this is just the beginning of the storyline. They said that before the update came out in the trailer and the patch notes and such. This is not going to be the entire storyline, but this wasn't the focus of the update, so they only have the single mission. However, once we complete this mission, we are going to gain access to all of the Hutt's planets. All of the Hutt's planets are going to join the Black Sun. However, I do know that all of these planets are going to join completely undefended. So once we take Ubrikkia and once we take Obadiah, all of these Hutt planets are going to join the Black Sun. However, they're going to be completely undefended. So in this episode, and once we complete this storyline, we need to be ready to defend these planets. We need a lot of credits so that we can slap on some space stations and some Blackstone outposts. And we also need to have our navy up here in the north and our armies up here in the north, as well as our navies and armies in the southeast, be ready to defend these planets from the Black Sun, which is us, excuse me, from the Empire and the Rebellion. So that means that in this episode, we need to take Ukiyo and then also do the raid of Ubrikkia. So I think we're going to start off with the raid of Ubrikkia, and we also have a lot of credits. So because, let's take a look at what this game plan is. My game plan for this campaign is we're going to temporarily abandon this push in the west here, which also, in the last episode, we never built these. We need to build these things on Eridu. We're going to abandon the push west for a little bit now that we have the Blackstone story on our minds. And once we have the Blackstone story completed, we're going to have access all the way from Seleucami all the way down to my units down here in the southeast. Because once we take Ukiyo in this episode, and we're going to get Gamor, we're going to get Teth, Yalisha, Nalhutta, this planet, and Nimban, and we're going to have a connection all the way from Seleucami all the way down here to my southeastern planets. So that's really, really good. But that also allows me to be comfortable with investing a lot of credits up here in the north. We're going to have an area down here where we can build a navy in the north, excuse me, the south, and an army in the south, but we're also going to be able to build a navy in the north, as well as an army in the north here as well. So with that being said, on Bospity, we're going to go ahead and invest in a second tank dealer. On Klaatuin, we're also going to go ahead and invest in the 2 arms dealers, and this planet is cool. Alright, Seleucami, we're going to build a space station, as well as a first sky dagger, and we're also going to put 2 ship refrigerators here as well. And Nalhutta, once it joins us, as you can see, it has the ability to build us ship traders, which is not something that we have in the south or something we have access to in the north. We were trying to push all the way to Sulis so that we can build ship traders. However, with the addition of all these Hutt planets, we are finally going to have access to the ship traders. Alright, so there's all of the Blackstone stories and everything that we needed to talk about with it. We are still waiting for the construction of the second platoon. Alright, perfect. Let's go speed this up. And then once this platoon is ready to go, let's also go ahead and build a refit Venator, because in that last episode we lost my refit Venator in the Battle of Eridu. Let's push my fleet back over top of Geonosis. Let's get my ground forces and push them off of Eridu as well. Let's get them ready for the attack on Ukiyo. And then, what else do we need? Alright, we got those guys ready to go. Let's go ahead and push them up north to Ubrikkia. And then once they get there, we will be ready for the raid of Ubrikkia. Perfect. It is a neutral controlled faction, as I said. It looks like they've got some Santhi security platoons, as well as some Mancala civilians. Once we take this planet, I'm just going to retreat my heroes off of it once we build up some defenses on the ground. And I'm not even going to worry about the space units. They're not going to attack me, and if the rebels try to attack Ubrikkia, hopefully they'll help defend, which is pretty convenient. And so we're just going to control this on the ground, and then we're just going to retreat my heroes out from there and have them be ready for whenever I want to raid another planet. On Boz Pity, we got some stuff being built up. We got to make sure that this fleet is ready to go. Let's go ahead and move. Actually, we can just leave my fleet on site, Kami. That's fine. Because eventually we're going to have to take on Obadiah as well. Alright, nice. It's going to be a while because where even are they? Oh yeah, look, that's how much faster these hyperspace lanes and the trade routes are. They decide to go all the way through the core rather than going another path because of how much faster these trade routes are, which is pretty important to note. And as I said in another episode, it's not necessarily how fast these are, but how much they slow down the regular hyperspace lanes. The regular hyperspace lanes are very, very slow now. On Geonosis, Prince Caesar does have access to a lot of ground fighters, which is definitely something that we need to build. That is another thing that King Caesar has access to that will greatly help our armies because of how bad his tanks are. He only has access to ATTEs, and that's pretty pathetic. An entire tech tree with only one tank, that is his clear weakness. That and his navy. His navy is also quite weak. But with that being said, we have finally arrived with our Blackstone elite platoons, and we have the raid of Ubrikkia.
Invasion commencing.
Invasion commencing indeed. The land battle of Ubrikkia. Ubrikkia was a grimy industrial world located in the Ubrikkia system, a part of the Castolar sector of the Kashik region. It constituted a part of the slice portion of the Mid-Rim. It was the site of the headquarters of the company Ubrikkian Industries and its subsidiaries, and its shared name with the ornament known as the Ubrikkian Tail Spiral Ring. There you go. There's some more stuff for your Star Wars trivia, if you need it anymore. Some very random stuff about Ubrikkia. Alright, let's go ahead and check out all these Blackstone heroes. Let's go ahead and get Uri, Boba, Bosk, IGD8, and some more. These guys.
This job isn't always pretty.
No, it is not, my friend. Alright, let's go ahead and activate. Oh, he has Hunter Instinct. Alright, so yeah, they have wow, they have a lot of infantry. They got some rebel infantry up here as well. So we're not worried about the rebels. They're just going to be mostly... I'm going to deactivate all these abilities. Mostly civilians. Or I guess all civilians. We do have the bribe ability, which is going to be nice. We have a couple of bribe abilities. I'm not going to be one to abuse the crap out of a bribe ability. However, on a raid, I feel like this is pretty justified to use the bribe ability a couple of times. Yeah, look at those snipers, man. They got the snipers, and then they got the suppressive fire units as well. As you can see, they've got the minus ammunition signal. Oh, it looks like Bosk is shooting some gas at them. I forget what the gas is called. Man, now I feel like a Star Wars idiot. What is that gas called? Oh my gosh, I can't think. Somebody type in the comments what that gas is called. Because they say it at the beginning of episode 1, we know that. It's not nauseous gas. I don't know what the heck it is. What are these guys? These are just sick. We got some Blackstone elite flamethrowers leading the way. That's cool. What are we shooting at? No, just some people. Watch these flamethrowers. See how good these guys are. Oh, they're running up. Okay, so they're really good. They do have to get in very close range, though. Let's get a sensor node over here. It looks like we got some turrets over here. I'm gonna build. Yeah, they're gonna be settled down here. Let's build a turret right here just in case we need to retreat.
We've secured a build.
As always, you could build a back to healing station right here, especially since all of these guys could be healed up by back to. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get all y'all as my group 2, and then give me my flamethrowers as group 1. The flamethrowers have the silhouette ability, the personal cloak. That's pretty good, but they have the sprint ability is what I saw. So if I need to sprint them up, I can. The rest of you, group 2, go ahead and start pushing forward. Ooh, that's a problem. They also have a few tanks, which is going to be a problem. I might have to bribe some of those tanks. Let's move up my group 1 as much as I can. Snipers, do y'all thing. Looks like Uri's got some pretty good long range ability as well. Yeah, who's saying that? Is that Prince Caesar? Yeah, that's Prince Caesar talking like that. That's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and bribe. Oh my gosh, look how expensive that is. I bet they nerfed the crap out of the bribe ability because of how strong it is. So for those who don't know the bribe ability, you just click the bribe and then watch. Bam. This is now our unit. And with that being said, go ahead and turn around. You need to run away. They have another anti-infantry turret down there. They gave that thing the T2B's voice lines. Nice. Alright, let's keep pushing forward. Our infantry is very deadly against enemy infantry, unsurprisingly. But against these tanks, they're going to struggle pretty mightily. I'm going to push my group 1 up just a little bit. I really just don't want to lose any of my heroes. That'd be sad. Whatever this thing is, it's not very good. Rebel anti-infantry turret. Something like that. Group 1, go ahead and push forward. Okay, here we go. They have a massive amount of infantry. Let's go ahead and see if we can silhouette, use our personal cloak abilities, and then suicide these guys forward. They're not getting shot at. They're not getting shot at. Okay, okay. Okay. Now do it. Do your thing. Oh my gosh, they just annihilated everything. Okay, they're gonna die probably, but that's okay. They did their job. Good job, guys. You did your job. You're gonna die, but that's okay. You made Captain happy. Oh my gosh, look at all the kills they had. Ugh, look at those bodies. Those bodies. Oh my gosh, they flamed them so down into skeletons. Jeez, Star Wars Empire War. My gosh. Alright, we're just gonna ignore the fact that we just completely decimated those bodies. How we doing? We have all my heroes alive. Prince Caesar's taking some damage because he's such a close range hero. Go for this guy and shoot your missile. Nice. Completely missed. You might have killed that guy. Yeah, you just incinerated that dude. No, hold on. Did I see? Oh, we do. We have a Blackstone Enforcer platoon. That's really nice. So we can activate his ability to increase the fire rate of my troops. You have a certain amount of... Yeah, you do. You're eventually going to run out of soldiers, which is nice. Okay, we're going to have everybody focused on this thing. All y'all can boost y'all's firepower and such. What do you say? You have a rock-chopped special shotgun. Jeez. Yeah, cool. I think he's where I get the Blackstone Enforcer platoon from, which is always nice. It looked like that guy was holding a lightsaber. I thought he was holding a lightsaber for a second there. Alright. What is this ability? Axe attack? Use that. I want to see what this... Oh my gosh, look at him go. Look at him go. Oh, he's not stopping. He's going. Round 2. Uh-oh. Tank, run away. Ha ha ha. We have money. With the power of money, nothing can stop us except your death. You're gonna make it. I believe in you. I believe. You know what? If you die, that's your fault. If you die, we'll switch to the Hut Cartel. Nice. Now run away. Nice. We managed to bribe the TX-130. And with that, we are unstoppable. Look at that Imperial Stormtrooper up there. What is he doing here? Man, that voice. Prince Caesar's voice is so mean. You need to do something for me. Those missiles are horrible, Boba Fett. Nice. How we doing? We almost got this thing down. Just like that. Perfect. Well done. Alright, it looks like the raid of Ubrikkia, as you see, has been successful. Very well done. Those flamethrowers were absolutely nuts. And just like that, I have a lot of faith that we can raid a lot of planets. Especially if we get like a few more. We can have a building of 4 of these. So I can double the amount of Blackstone Enforcer platoons that we have. Or not Enforcers, Blackstone Elite platoons. Let's go ahead and get a Blackstone Outpost and a couple of casinos here. And like I said, we're going to retreat our heroes off of this planet. Because I don't want the rebels to attack it and just kill off all my heroes. That'd be devastating. How we doing? Okay, we're ready for the battle over Ubrikkia. Do we have... Yeah, 99% the way there. The way there. Let's get... Finally, we're going to get some CR95s. And with that, let's also get some... Probably... Yeah, we need some more Coronas. Well, I guess that's what the CR95s are for. I also want to build a few interceptor frigates. They're not amazing, but they do have their role, which is nice. Let's do the... I need something up front. Let me get some T-Wings. T-Wings are a fantastic Pathfinder unit because they're fast and they also have the boost engine ability. And overall, they're honestly a really good fighter. In total, they're kind of like the replacements of X-Wings. Obviously, we're the Rebel faction, or we're not the Rebel faction, so we don't have X-Wings. But the T-Wing is basically a worse version of an X-Wing. It has shields, it has a good anti-fighter weaponry, and speed. Wow, look at that. It has 750 max range. I thought that was the speed. I was about to go crazy. They have torpedoes, which is really, really nice. And I'm going to get one of these CR95s to join up with us. But yeah, they're basically the Black Sun's version of a X-Wing. Shields, anti-fighter, but they also have proton torpedoes, which is very nice. Let's go ahead and move forward with the battle over Ubrikkia. Okay, we have a lot of new toys to play with in this battle. We've got a brand new Venator, which is nice, as we lost the last one in the last episode. And we also have our first CR95s. Yeah, pretty good Pathfinder units are the T-Wings. Alright, let's get a Venator right here, a Venator right here. Let's get some refit acclimators. Let me get some Amshacks in the back here. Yeah, alright, how we doing? Okay, T-Wings are fine. Let me get a Corona right here, a Corona right here. Let me get a couple of CR95s. And then probably just bring you right here. Let me get some Amshack, just, not Amshack, some Triremes right there. Looks like we lost the shields on approach of that guy. Hit this, boost your firepower. Let me exit out of that. Give me my Amshacks. Just shoot at whatever. I'll clarify what to shoot at in a second here. Can you guys... No, alright, I lost both those T-Wings, whatever. I'll do a better job next time. Nice, we're killing everything really fast. So here we have the first real gameplay of the CR95, not from the space station. These are going to be really good anti-fighter and anti-corvette corvettes. They don't have shields, but they do have medium armor, which is pretty solid for corvettes. A lot of the smaller firepower and the smaller weapons won't be able to pierce through that medium armor very well. So they're going to be pretty good. Let me get all of you guys as my group 2. Group 2, go ahead and start hitting the Star Destroyer. We're going to lose this refit Venator, or excuse me, this refit acclimator because, like I said, we lost the shields of it on approach. Let me get you and a couple more of you guys to help out. Amshacks, they are very well capable of dealing damage to some of those corvettes that come up. Or the gunships, I guess they're not corvettes. Yeah, look how much damage we're doing. With all these acclimators and these refit Venators and the Amshacks, we do some serious damage. But the real flaw of Caesar's ships, and I know I talk smack about Caesar's ships, he doesn't have a lot of them. But the real flaw is, look at this, refit Venator. 8,000 shields. We talked about this in the last episode. 8,000 shields is not good enough for a capital ship. That's like a good cruiser's amount of shield. A good cruiser, not even a great cruiser, not even like an MC-60. It's like a barely good... Wow, we destroyed that victory so freaking fast. Nice. And I trust the CR-95s and the Coronas and the Triremes to be really good anti-fighter units. So then we can use the Amshaks and the Minotaurs and the Acclimators to deal a ton of damage. So they have a crappy amount of armor, a crappy amount of shields, but they do deal some serious damage. We did lose that refit Minotaur, or the refit Acclimator. Man, I keep mixing those up. And the T-Wings as well. Imperial Population Center, that'll come in a second here. Let's go ahead and push you over here. And then with that, we have the ground troops ready to go. Looks like the CR-95s build really fast as well. That's nice. Alright, are we ready for this battle? Looks like we are. Let's get some ATTEs going up front. This planet has a high population value. Ubrikkia was one of the best known and most efficient agricultural planets in its sector, featuring a growing season which lasted most of the year and ideal conditions for the production of grain and other foodstuffs. Ubrikkia's surface, originally dominated by rolling hills and wild grasses, was almost entirely given over to food production, but still contained ample fallow land for future expansion of the industry. Pretty cool. Obviously, with great amounts of food and agricultural comes great amounts of population. That is very true for Earth as well. Alright, so we're going to have a heavy dose of ATTEs in this battle. And we're going to bring in a bunch of Kalish warriors. And I thought I had more Black Sun platoons. Whatever happened to my other Black Sun enforcers? Let's bring in some Black Sun enforcers. We're going to spread them out. Because, like I said, they have the fire command ability, which is really, really good for boosting the firepower of your infantry. They boost the fire rate of all nearby infantry for a limited amount of time, which is really, really solid. And let's get a couple of speeder tanks. And then just like that, we will go ahead and push my ATTEs forward. Have them be Group 1. I'm still wanting to push the limits of these Canderous tanks. I want to know just how strong they are. Are they capable of really dealing some solid damage to some higher health buildings or units or structures? And we see how fast they are. They're very, very fast. I like how fast they are. But what I want to know is, are they capable of really holding on in a good firefight? So far they've been impressive. They just don't have a lot of health. I think that's been the biggest weakness of them so far. It's the limited amount of health that they have. Oh, that's what I was wanting to do. Yeah, I was waiting for those fighters. If you saw me like go silent for a second there on the galaxy map, I was trying to figure out if I had brought all of the units I wanted for this battle, but I did not. What do we got here? Some stormtroopers. Yeah, Group 2. How good are you against infantry? Pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at least. Group 1. Keep pushing forward. Ubrikkia, this is a new planet, but it's not a new map. We've all seen this map before. I don't remember which planet it is. Chandrilla. Chandrilla has this map. Alright, that's close enough. Go ahead and start pooping out some infantry. You guys need to push forward though. Infantry, hit the deck immediately, rush down, go ahead and activate that, that's fine. Yep, just like that. See how they have the boosted? They have the boosted and the negative because of the enemy's guns as well. You should be good to produce your infantry group 2. I need you pushed up here. Great, they're stuck in there. There, now they're out. Perfect. Booster stuff. You need to get your infantry out. Group 2, hit these vehicles. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not bad. You guys hit the deck, hit your ability, start shooting out a lot of this infantry. So we have the superior infantry, but it looks like they have a lot more numbers than we do. Look at all this infantry back here. Yeah, I didn't bring in those fighters. I want to test out those Blackstone fighters that Prince Caesar has. We all know he has some terrible tanks and such, but or he only has one tank at least. I wouldn't call the ATTE terrible. It's just he doesn't have a whole lot of them. Nice. How we doing? Group 2? Yeah, Group 2 did a good job, and they're actually tanking. I wonder if they're tanking against infantry. If they can manage to tank against infantry, then I trust them to be that kind of mop-up unit. I know we use the AATs a lot because they're fast, but the speeder tanks are even faster. And that's kind of what I love to have. I love to have a unit that is able to fly around the map and kill off a lot of different things. And it looks like the speeder tanks might be that unit for me. Alright, Group 1, go ahead and start pushing forward. We brought in Mr. Cobra to hopefully deal off some damage. Group 2, go over here and make sure we kill this so I get the free money for it. Never pass up some money. Some free money. This wouldn't be a Blackstone playthrough if I didn't take any money that I could find. Got some weak ways. Nice. This is a new model. I think I talked about that before, but the speeder tanks do have a new model. Courtesy of one of the developers. Shout out you. And we are victorious. Perfect. Love to see it. Love to see it. Nice. We lost a couple of Kalish warriors, but those are extremely replaceable for us. They had some Nogris in that battle. I thought I saw some Nogris. Nice. We are good to build up those on there. Alright, so now we have access to Gamor and a lot of the Hut planets for when we conquer these planets. Which is good, because like I said, they're going to come completely undefended, which means we need to be ready to pounce on them with our fleets and our navy, and I didn't want an entire unit, or an entire planet being in the way for us to defend these planets. It's said to get rid of a Candos assault tank. Can't believe I haven't done that already. Perfect, what do we get? Anything useful? Just some Kalish warriors that I had already killed. Nice. Free units, we'll take it. Kill off you, push you over to there. There they are on top of Scarif. You can push over Ubrikkia as well. I thought I had more of you. I could have sworn I had more of you. Let's go and build some more of them. Some more Kalish warriors. Let's see what these guys are all about. These Morning Stars. Looks like we're already building them. Alright, I don't want to cut the episode here, so let's go ahead and keep pushing forward. Let's go ahead and take the space over Obadiah. I don't have a big fleet. That's for sure, but we can go ahead and take the space over Obadiah. Excuse me, we do have a large pirate haven now over Salukami, which is really good. Defending Salukami, we're going to have a Sky Dagger ready to defend this planet as well. And then hopefully we'll have the 2 ship refrigerators so that we can start producing a much better navy over here as well. The rebels have a lot of units ready to attack us, which is scary. Alright, looks like the enemy is continuing to push out against us. That is not ideal, but it is definitely to be expected. 13,000 credits, and it doesn't look like they have a space station over Obadiah, so we should be able to use our Amshacks and use our other units really well to shell them. And we got some T-Wings up front. Let's go ahead and move them over to here, and then we'll kind of set up our fleet. So, oh crap, this is not my main fleet. I forgot about that. How did I forget that? This is not my main fleet. Alright, let's get some... Man, let's get you actually. Because you're going to provide me with some... Oh man. ARC 170s. And ARC 170s have a lot of range. A lot of sensor range. That's a really nice tip. Not every ship is really good. You know, acclimators, they're eventually going to get phased out, and we're not going to use them a whole lot. However, always know what something is really good at. And what's really nice about the acclimators is they have access to ARC 170s. I say that, but it's not giving it to me. Nice. Let's go ahead and... There they are. So eventually, you know, week 100, week 200, maybe you're not using acclimators anymore. However, you do still sometimes want to have them in your fleet, in your reserves, just in case you're in a situation like this, where you need something with long sensors, which is exactly what these guys provide me. Where the heck is this fleet at? But yeah, that's a very good tip about Awakening Rebellion, especially. Not everything is going to be useful, but everything does have a use, which is a philosophy that I actually really believe in, to be honest. You know, if you're a coach of a team, maybe some of these guys on your bench aren't very good, or aren't as good as your starters, but always take note of what they're really, really good at, because you never know in a situation in a game where you're going to need, you know, that one skill set that this one player who normally only gets a few minutes per game, but for some reason is really, really good at this one thing. And just like that, our Acclimator is really, really good at providing us with an ARC 170. Wow, our fleet here is absolutely garbage. Garbage to the point that I am not 100% sure we're going to win this battle. I almost want to push you forward. And then I'm just going to bring in a bunch of ships from behind. Let's go ahead and start off with... Oh man, bring you... Nah, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and bring you over here. And then... Oh no, I brought my Reki's not in? Oh, I thought I was going to have him from behind. That's not nice. Alright, whatever. Let's go ahead and bring in you. Yeah, holy moly. What a Kiltron frigate shot. Alright, I guess we're going to have to bring in my fleet from over here. Not ideal, but that's a Kiltron frigate for you. We're going to have access to Kiltron frigates at some point. What do I actually need for this? Oh, it doesn't look like anything. Maybe all I need is a ship trader. Kiltron frigates are amazing because look at this. 5 light quad turbo lasers. That's all they have. They're straight up damage dealers. They're unshielded, and they also have heavy armor. And they're really, really small, so they're hard to hit. They are really, really good. I did a ship showcase on them recently, and I really bragged on how good they are. And that's kind of what the Blackstone's all about. They have really abnormal ships, but they're all really, really good. I need to get these fighters in here. These are really what's going to do the damage in this fight. I need to win fighter superiority, and then my bombers can hopefully deal the rest of the damage. Alright, what is shooting these bombers? Do I trust these proton bombs to hit this Amshack? I don't know if I do. Just hit this thing. We also have the ability to build these Lictor dungeon ships. These guys are pretty cool too. They're unshielded. They have heavy armor. They have 8 medium. They're just a big brother of the Kiltron. They have nothing but damage dealers. They don't have shields. They're heavy armor. But I don't like them quite as much as I like the Lictor or the Kiltrons. Go ahead and split you guys up on the Kiltrons. Nice. We're actually doing pretty good. They just have a really small fleet. It might be a good one, but it's still very small, which is perfect for us. So they killed our Acclimator, but let's be honest. Acclimators are the most replaceable thing for me, because they don't even need a ship refritter to be built. Refit Acclimators do, but regular ones don't, so I can build an infinite amount of those things. Look at this, they're so small. They're just really hard to hit. Look at this. This proton bombs, 1 of the 3 proton bombs hit them. And that is a really important part about a really important part of Awakening Rebellion. Is size matters. You know it does, baby. Size matters. Nice. That is a really good way to end this episode. So we did lose our Corona and the Longhorn. That Longhorn got obliterated out of the sky. But with that, in the next episode, we are going to be ready to complete the Blackstone story. So stay tuned for that and see what happens when we complete the Blackstone storyline.